all eyes were in Houston last night for Chris Paul's return.
Yes, they were.
In a Thunder uniform this time. James Harden, 40 points. Russell Westbrook, an energetic, electric 21, 12, and 9, 1 assist away from a triple-double. Jalen, do you think the Rockets brought a little extra because CP3 was in the building?
I think so, as they should. That's what teammates do, try to pick you up, whether you're playing against your hometown team and letting you borrow their tickets, whether it's trying to show up from a team that traded you, that you got close to your goals when you're Chris Paul, but you weren't necessarily able to achieve them. And I want to pump the brakes on all of those people that feel like him joining Houston was a failed experiment. It was not. They had their chances. They just came up short.
Oh, yeah. CP3 joining Houston was a failed experiment? Oh, no. Injuries, the injury one year. And also, like, that Game 7 could have gone, yeah, no. Just because you don't win the championship doesn't mean you failed.
Preach, David.
There's 30 teams in the NBA.
And every time we talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder, we're going to mention what 3 names?
James Harden, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook.
Absolutely. And so,
Nick Collison.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And so now all of a sudden, when you're Chris Paul and you return, of course, Russ is going to have some juice playing against his former team. But what stood out to me, and we just showed that highlight, there were a couple of plays where James had the ball and he fed Russ on cut.
Yep.
Russell had the ball, and I almost spilled my sake on myself.
With that kick to the corner?
No, James Harden cut back door.
What?
I hadn't seen him do that.
Oh, I saw that little shovel pass.
And he got fouled.
That little shovel pass.
Yes. And that's because here's what's got to happen in basketball, and you know this, you play more rec ball than anybody. You can't have your best players always taking turns.
No.
So you can start them together, but what ends up happening during the game, you take one out, put one in, you're staggering how they play, and then you're trying to close the game with them. And then you have to figure out who's going to have the ball. And James has struggled from 3, so Russ had the ball, did a great job penetrating, kick it to P.J. Tucker for the closing 3.
One thing I love is James Harden had 40 points. You would assume he had 7 threes, 8 threes. Nope, did not even make it threes. Had a ton of free throws, but he adjusted his game because the three-point shot wasn't falling. Russell Westbrook spent years with the Thunder players, and he's got relationships with almost everybody on the team. And he spoke about sort of the difference between their on-court and off-court relationships. Let's listen to Russell Westbrook.
This is how it goes. When I hoop, I have no friends. On the court, they know not to talk to me, but Steven's a real close friend of mine. But on inside those lines, there's no friends. Spalding, that's my friend, and my teammates, and that's it. But before the game, after the game, I'll talk to my guys. I'll go talk to them right now, but doesn't mean that I don't have friends. But during the game, I don't. It's that simple. If you try to be my friend, I ain't gonna say to you.
Jalen, you played, what was it, 17, 18 years in the league for all the teams? So you had friends all over the league because you played for every team. Is this just Russell Westbrook's approach, or is this sort of like a league-wide approach?
So the best players dictate this energy.
Okay.
When I was in the league, the best players were Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Hakeem Olajuwon,
Jalen Rose,
Tim Duncan. And some of the best personalities and or coaches were people like Pat Riley. Voshon Leonard, we were friends since elementary school. When he was a member of their squad, when we came to the circle to do a jump ball, we barely even looked at each other. Because that was the tone of the league then. And rightfully so. We're there for competition. And so as you now usher in a new era of players, and this isn't a shot or shade, it's just a fact. They become friends so very young. Think about it, when I was playing, this is before social media, this is before YouTube. So the players from Chicago and New York, you only saw them at the Nationals. Other than that, they were urban legends. You know, somebody said that they were 6'5", and then you see them, they really 6'1". Or somebody that people said that can go, and you see them, they can really go. And this dynamic has changed in the era of information. And with the best player in today's game, LeBron James, who did a masterful job of dismantling, for example, the Pistons as they were getting older, the Celtics as they were getting older, any potential rivals, and or disabling other potential Hall of Famers that played in this conference. end up joining D-Wade, joining Bosh. Melo and the Knicks didn't get there. Rose and the Bulls didn't get there. So now it's in vogue and it's normal to see people playing against their former teammates.
It's just different. It's just different.
And everybody communicates.
Jalen Rose.
And it's fine.
I have huge news.
But I love that Russell Westbrook is a throwback.
I have huge news.
Yes, sir.
The Warriors won a game. The Warriors won a game. Woo! The Warriors played against the Pelicans, and Steph Curry had a very impressive 26 points, but it was
Pelicans didn't
fueled
fly.
by Draymond Green with one of those playoff Draymond performances. He got a triple-double. And was this win more about the Warriors bouncing back or the Pelicans really not living up to the expectations their new roster was supposed to supply?
Well, this is a new norm when you watch the Golden State Warriors. Damian Lee.
Mm-hmm. What do you have, like 24?
Double-double off the bench.
Yep.
Glenn Robinson III playing quality minutes. Jordan Poole starting in the backcourt with Steph Curry. Not household names.
No.
But you know what makes those guys better? When you're 2-3-time champion, players like Draymond Green and Steph Curry lead the way. And they're undefeated in Draymond Green's career when he has a triple-double. Steph Curry had 11 assists, getting other players involved. They're bringing D'Angelo Russell along slowly.
He played pretty well.
And he had his moments. That's what it's going to take. And I've said into this microphone multiple times, I'm not going to be on the panic Golden State Warrior side of history. I'm not going to do that because I believe in Steph. I believe in Draymond. So when people feel like they're not going to make the playoffs, let me give you some alternates. So who you putting in? The Mavs?
Yes.
The Kings?
Yes. No.
The Suns? The Wolves?
We'll see. I'm putting the Mavs in. But
Golden State Warriors
for another time.
will
We have
be
to
in
move
the
on to
playoffs.
another great game. We had.
We're so glad you're watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, make sure you subscribe to ESPN Plus. We'll see you there.